Did you guys have a childhood? We did. Here are some things from that.
Oswald was an educational cartoon series created by Dan Yacarino that premiered on Nick Jr. on August 20th of 2001. The series follows a blue octopus named Oswald and his dog named Weenie who had the appearance of a hot dog. Each episode follows Oswald in his daily life living in Big City. The show portrayed the importance of community, friendship, and problem solving, with calming orchestral pieces in the background that would soothe any restless toddler.
Special Agent Oso was an American animated children's TV show that aired on Disney Junior between 2009 through 2012. The premise of the show was that Oso, a special agent yellow panda thing, is assigned missions by his smartwatch to assist kids all around the world with their problems. With the help of the viewer and his computer assistant Paw Pilot, Oso solves each mission in 3 special steps and is rewarded a Digimedal, typically based on whatever subject he solves. While only releasing for 3 years, the series produced a whopping 60 episodes in its lifespan. The series in general wasn't very well received, but it was made for preschoolers, so who cares? Also, did you know Special Agent Oso had a collaboration episode with my favorite Hispanic fictional character, Hermano Mano?
The Upside Down Show was a show aired on Noggin about 2 brothers, David and Shane, who live in an apartment building that houses an infinite amount of rooms. The viewer will be given an imaginary remote controller that could affect things that happen throughout the video, such as pausing, fast-forwarding, or rewinding time. Many cases of early onset schizophrenia were traced back to these broadcasts due to the vivid imagination and crazed delusions of the brothers. Many viewers reported seeing instances of a puppet-esque character that would talk to the audience and brothers. Because of these concerns, the show was pulled after 1 season. The show is considered a cult classic and is widely cherished by those who have viewed it.
The Magic Treehouse, made by Mary Osborne of Spider-Man, is a series of books dating all the way back to 1992. The series revolved around Annie and her low testosterone brother Jack as they traveled all around the world through different periods of time and place. Personally, I wanted to read a good number of these books because the covers were badass. They had the one where the kids were being abducted by ninjas, one where they were fighting a big snake, and one that had a dragon spitting out blue fire. When I actually had to read one of them though, I hated every minute of it, mostly because I was in special ed and couldn't read, but also because I had to start at book 1 instead of going straight for the knights and shit. When researching for this video, I didn't even realize Mary Osborne's still alive, and she dropped the book less than a month ago. Use code SIRIUS for 10% off any Magic Treehouse book using the link in the description below. Fantasy is a song made by French artist Juan de Guibon, better known as DYE. However, it wasn't the song itself that made this entry so infamous. No, Fantasy blew up because of its interesting thumbnail and fucked up video that left millions of little boys and girls traumatized in the Fine Bros reaction channel, which, by the way, how the fuck did the Fine Bros work? Like, do they call in a bunch of kids and YouTubers to pull up and watch a 4-minute video then tell them to leave or something? Like, that shit makes no sense. Anyways, being a kid scurrying the vast wasteland of early 2010s YouTube was a different kind of experience. And like many kids, it was inevitable for me to end up on the sexy girls and 18+ YouTube search rabbit hole. So it wasn't a big surprise that the thumbnail of this music video would catch my eye. I clicked on the video thinking I was about to see a little and oh, I was so fucking wrong. A zombie woman eats some guy's balls off and a girl gets her eyeballs blown up after seeing fucking Cthulhu or some shit. That shit fucked me up. But I couldn't just tell anyone, so I just played Chinatown Light on my iPad, acting like I didn't see one of the most traumatizing things ever. Coming back to it now as an adult, the video actually is pretty tame, all things considered, and the song is actually not that bad. It's just unfortunate that it's completely overshadowed by the music video. 39 Clues doesn't even have 39 books. There's 41. What kind of dumbass shit is that? Anyways, 7 Clues is a collaborative series made by several authors. You got recognizable authors like Rick Riordan, who made the Percy Jackson series, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've read maybe 10 pages of these books, but I did own a large amount of them because I thought the covers were cool, like this one, and this one, and this one, and these ones, and don't forget about this one. So yeah, they look pretty cool. That's all I can really say about them.
COD Extinctions was the Zombies mode for Call of Duty Ghosts. However, instead of zombies, it had fucking aliens called fucking cryptids. The fucking mode was hated on release because fucking COD players all have the IQ of a fucking toilet, but I fucking liked it. The first map was okay, but the second one, Nightfall, was fucking badass, and featured the mode's main wonder weapon, the fucking Venom X. There's also a map where you fought the fucking Kraken. Overall, they should bring this fucking shit back fucking ASAP!
Assuming your racist parents didn't catch fire at the sight of a woke, Asian-inspired kids cartoon, you may have watched Ni Hao Kai Lan, a 2008 Nick Jr. cartoon. Kai Lan is a Chinese-American child with 4 anthropomorphic animal companions that she conjured with blood. The show takes you through their daily activities, even having audience interaction with elementary lessons on vocabulary.
Excitebot's Trick Racing was one of the most hyper-realistic Nintendo Wii games ever made. You played as an exciting bot who would race around a track that was based on a real-life Earth location. When one of these excited bots would come into contact with a special power-up, they would transform from their car mode into robot mode and start sprinting way too fast. It was Mario Kart, but better in every single way. Every single way! You could play as a bug, a mite, a bat, a fat, a mantis, a tortoise, basically any critter your heart desired. Sadly, Excitebots has not been ported to Nintendo Switch 2 or the PS5.
Proto Bat Bot Battle for Gotham City was one of the few browser games I remember as a kid that was completely 3D besides Bloody Rage 2. The game was the first example of ray trace technology being used in the consumer market and was a generational graphical leap in fidelity. The premise of the game was you took control of the titular Batman Proto-Bat BattleBot robot mech, killing evildoers on rooftops and streets and alleys also. You collect criminal essence to upgrade the Bat Battle Bastard Battalion Big Robot to take down these horrible, deplorable people.
The Club is a now-lost MMO created by Nickelodeon in 2007. It was not a child strip club like some of you might be hoping, but instead it was an MMO RPG, kind of like Club Penguin or Phantasy Star Online. It was first known as Nicktropolis, but they changed the name in 2010 and also upscaled the graphics using the at the time new Unreal Engine 2. Players were incentivized to mingle among themselves and form lifelong bonds, all while being surrounded by Nickelodeon characters and IPs. It shut down in 2014, coinciding with the second time Jeff Epstein was indicted on criminal sex crimes. Dragonology is a book in the Ology series, created by Drugard Steer. It was an incredible tome that told the lore of dragons as if they were real, which they are. It was also very interactable, with things to touch, feel, lick, molest, and even smell too, like scales and hidden notes. There are also several other books within this series that covered a wide range of topics, from ghouls to aliens. However, if you are not a believer, then I would stay far away from these, as the knowledge within could bust your peon brain wide open. Bad Kitty is a children's book series created by Nick Bruhl that followed the titular Bad Kitty, a little black cat who was a genuine demon. Bad Kitty was likely responsible for multiple mass murders, I don't even know. There was a book where this dude tried to give her a bath, and he paid the ultimate price. The Ohio Hype House was a small gathering of Ohio-based influencers like Logan Paul that was around from 2012 to 2015, predating the Far Cry TikTok Hype House. After massive drama involving a man named Tim Flake, almost every single member like Logan Paul was excommunicated from society. This is where a man named Gage Vargas steps into the picture. In 2016, he decided to make a horror attraction based around the Ohioan Hyper House. Taking clear inspiration from the famous Fazbear Frights, the pop-up attraction, dubbed the Ohio Hype House Scary, toured around the continental United States for 5 months. However, on August 18th, the attraction was submerged. Marvin Marvin is a Nickelodeon show that was broadcast in North America in 2012. The plot revolved around Marvin, who was literally Fred fucking Figglehorn. But instead of being a severely mentally retarded man, he was an alien who needed to learn how to be human like Logan Paul. The serialized novella only ran for 1 season and was canceled due to too many parents calling in claiming that the show traumatized their undeveloped children.
Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy is a coming-of-age story that follows a warrior named Sphinx and a mummy who was cursed as they work to save Egypt against the evil god Set. For many children, this game was a teaching experience about death, seeing Horus tragically fall into lava in the tutorial area. Published by THQ, this game was a masterclass in puzzles, action, and set pieces, and was a direct inspiration for hit book franchise Flat Stanley. because the mummy goes all flat.
Almost Naked Animals was a nasty ass show for mentally defunct minors about nearly nudist animals. Well, technically they aren't nudists, but damn it, I would not want my kids seeing this shit. It features Howie, a owner of a resort called the Banana Cabana or Banana Cabana. Who cares? The rest of the cast were other freaky penis animals that stripped butt naked and ran around. It shockingly had 3 seasons, with each one having less and less episodes. In 2013, it was finally canceled.
American Chillers is a children's horror novel series written by Christopher Wright under the alias Jonathan Rand. The series is actually the successor to his previous Michigan Chillers. Both series, as of 2024, have a combined total of 66 issues, with more supposedly in development. With titles such as Nebraska Nightcrawlers, The Underground Undead of Utah, and Angry Arab Ants Ambush Alabama, one can only imagine how many bedsheets have been soiled. Before ABC Mouse and Starfall and Funbrain, Study Island was the early 2010 solution to help low attention span children convince themselves that spending 30 minutes of multiplication was a fair trade-off to playing the web-based equivalent of a Tiger Electronic. But did it work? Absolutely. The amount of time I spent solving questions in the computer lab just to play some bullshit definitely told the school board that they were doing something right.
Have you ever wanted to play a game where you weren't the main character? White Knight Chronicles is a 2008 PlayStation 3 exclusive open-world RPG developed by Level 5 in Japan Studio. This was game director Akihiro Hino's first exploration of his cuckold fantasies, as this game introduces the innovative mechanic of creating your character just to find out that you are not the protagonist of the story. Instead, watching the real main character transform into the valiant White Knight and defeat the evil Emperor Madoris. This game mechanic was later reintroduced in Toby Fox's hit indie project, Deltarune.
Does anyone remember the vine of a little Asian boy in a white apartment wearing a white t-shirt who goes, "People who eat cereal be like," then it cuts to him in his bathtub being doused in Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal? If you know what I'm talking about and have a copy of this vine, please email me at kennethprowler@gmail.com. I will reward you handsomely for this finding.
Sorry I couldn't stay for the video, guys. I got places to be. I hope you guys enjoyed our cool video, though. Make sure to follow us and subscribe, too. See ya!